Live from the 215. This is Wrestle Cave. I am Ace Porter here with 30 Case and Pat with the facts. What's going on? How's everybody feeling?
Doing good, sir. Doing good.
I feel like it's been a while since I've been here.
It's been a while. You know, it's
Yeah.
been a while. It's been a while since someone has been here. Pat.
Yeah, Pat with the
Where you
facts.
been, Pat?
Where you been?
Where you been? Tell the people where you been.
I've been in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
For what, Pat? For
Yeah,
what?
For what?
Impact Wrestling Slammiversary.
Ah.
I'm going to say one of the best pay-per-views of at least any American wrestling company. Or actually, they're Canadian now. That's been on in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still a little groggy with basically 1,000 miles worth of driving in the course of a day and a half. So
Wow. How much was that, in case someone wants to drive to Toronto? 6.
how much in
From
what
Philadelphia.
Huh?
respect? How much in what respect exactly?
Like gas, tolls.
Oh, it only takes my car one tank of gas there and back.
Okay, that's love. How much was the tolls?
How's tolls?
Mm-hmm.
I have Easy Pass, so I actually have no idea.
That's love. Hey,
Facts.
shit, I want to.
2018.
I might want to drive to Toronto. We got Toronto
2018.
listeners.
But
Yeah.
here's a funny thing. For once, it was the American side at customs where I got stopped and searched.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Coming back into the States, they took my keys and they're like, yeah, we got to search your car.
Oh, that's right.
Whatever.
Okay. They thought you
So
were.
how was it? How was Toronto? How was Slammiversary?
All right.
Simmer down.
Toronto is always a wonderful host to me. I love it there. Slammiversary, like I said, is definitely the best show I've been to in quite some time. Definitely the best since Takeover New Orleans. Just start to finish, I was engaged, as was the rest of the crowd. For anybody who's watched it, they know. I got a surprise. I purchased tickets for general admission, but the person in a second row seat decided to no-show, so I got a free upgrade. So I found myself maybe 2 times during the live feed, but due to the way the venue's set up, there wasn't too much panning to the crowd. I am a hated man in Toronto when it comes to these wrestling shows, because yet again, projectile came at me. So during the Eddie Edwards Tommy Dreamer match, during that trash can spot where it flew out of the ring and banged the rail, I was right behind that. And for anybody who doesn't understand, 2 years ago I went to Takeover in Toronto, and there was a spot in the finals of the Dusty Tag Team Classic. The Authors of Pain were against TM61, I believe. Akam or Razor, one of them, they were doing a spot where they had a chain wrapped around their hand. Well, they lost grip of the damn thing, and it flew right into my section. So, yeah. As other members have pointed out, they think Drake's got a hit on me. So,
My ties.
I wanted to point out something you said, because you said everybody there was enthralled. Everybody that watching it was enthralled. When we sat down, I said to you, I said, all right, let me pull out my notes for Impact. And after the second match, I stopped writing notes because I was enthralled and I could not stop watching. I didn't want to, because every time I put my phone down, I was missing something. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to remember this. I'm going to watch it.
That's the best
And
shows
I
to
got to
watch.
tell you, Pat, you've been bugging me for months to watch Impact, that I watched here and there. But I told you I was going to watch Slammiversary, and I was not disappointed. So everybody that is listening to this, if you have not watched Slammiversary by Impact Wrestling, get on that shit.
I know. I got to get on it. I got to watch.
Pat,
Yes.
I'm interested to see what you think. What was your match of the night? You were there.
so I would have to go with Pentagon Jr. versus Sami Callihan.
Okay.
And the only reason that surprised me as my match of the night was just because, as you've heard on previous episodes, I've been selling this Eddie Edwards Tommy Dreamer feud. So I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, my match of the night was definitely Pentagon Jr. versus Sami Callihan. Just, crazy action, great storytelling. Yeah,
I could jump in.
It's been a long week.
Yeah.
It's been a long,
I mean,
it's been a very
there was a
long
lot of cool stuff in that match.
Yeah.
My girlfriend actually sat down. She saw me watching, and she was like, "What is this?" She was like, "I was like, oh, do a hair versus mask," and she was like, "What the fuck is
this?
Right. So she sat down. She watched the whole thing with me.
And when
What
I
were you
got
gonna
that
say?
shave his beard chant started.
Yeah, there you go.
Unfortunately, we didn't get that. We only got his head shaved. But, you know, I guess that's only fair per the stipulation.
Right.
That was a good match, though. But you want to know what my match of the night was? Surprisingly.
Was it LAX versus the OGs?
Yes. Surprisingly, I did not think that was going to be my favorite match of the night. But it was.
That's my number 2.
Yeah. Wow. Because I remember when I used to watch, when it was TNA, I remember Homicide and Hernandez when they were the original LAX.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing them come back, and when I watched a couple episodes you told me to watch, I was really liking Santana and Ortiz. They're really good. They're really good wrestlers, man. I didn't notice. I had noticed now. But no, that definitely, like, I forgot what matches were even after that, because after I watched that one, I was like, wow, I didn't expect myself to be in that. Especially the use of the different style weapons they were using throughout the matches too.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Santana that's the taller one? Is he the one that flies a little more, or is that Ortiz?
Yes,
Santana. That's what I thought. He can move, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's pretty tall, but he can get around that ring and he can fly through the air. I was pleasantly surprised with that guy. But yeah, for me, that was my match of the night for sure. I was so into that one. What'd you think of my second? My second one was probably the Fatal 4-Way to kick it off.
So, that was my number 3. Just a little bit of outside information before I give my thoughts. So originally, Rich Swann was supposed to be the 4th participant in this match.
Yep.
Yet, but he suffered a concussion 2 nights before Slammiversary, so they had to pull him off the show. They replaced him with Petey Williams, which, yeah, I'm not going to complain with that. I love Petey Williams. He was a great replacement.
I like him.
But I felt so bad for Rich Swann because after the shitty start to this year he had, getting released from WWE, the abuse accusations, it finally seemed like things were on an uptick for him again, because he actually flat out left the business.
Yeah.
He tried to go back.
He retired. Remember, he said he was retiring.
So I guess he finally, was able to kind of get it back together and get in the ring, and he hasn't disappointed in the 3 or 4 weeks he's been on Impact.
Mm-hmm.
So
I watched his debut and I liked that one. Yeah.
So I really thought if anybody, it was win or lose, it was going to be a breakout performance for Rich Swann in Impact. So hopefully he's back soon, because I think he'll definitely be going for the X Division Championship at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But like that was definitely the perfect match to open the show. I was hoping they would choose that match.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Thankfully, they did. The crowd was hot, and it kept them engaged from start to finish.
Yeah, and I thought they did a great job of showcasing each one of the guys throughout. You saw Phoenix; he's always been known to use the ropes in a really unique way. There was one where he did like the roll through the ropes that you always see Mustafa Ali do, and he followed it up with a nice cutter, which I thought was cool. Johnny Impact showing off his parkour stuff when he did that parkour flip back into the ring, and then all 4 of the guys were just standing there. I think right after that was when they had that like when they all were kicking each other doing the super kick spot. I think that was right after that. I thought that was cool, and then the one that was really awesome I thought was Taiji. I can't say his name. Ishimori. Bone Soldier. His corner moonsault that he did was really. I mean, that guy can fly too, and he's ever since he's come back and been the Bone Soldier, he's been really doing good work. I think. And then Petey, of course, hitting the Destroyer. I mean, come on. That was more nostalgia, like because he tried it like 3 or 4 times before he finally hit it right at the end. I thought that was pretty cool. Everyone got in their time to shine. Everyone had their moment, and it really showcased what Impact has to bring right off the bat in the first match. It really, like you said, got the energy up. I was glad they chose that one too.
How was the crowd reaction to everything? Was the crowd into it?
Like we were saying earlier, that there were only a couple spots in the night where the crowd wasn't as engaged, but overall,
really,
from start to finish, that show delivered. And Impact they're self-aware enough to know the issues they've had in the past and how they've burned a lot of people, but they really did a phenomenal job going all out there and just saying, hey, give us a second shot. Look what we got for you. And I think, I wasn't here to discuss Extreme Rules last week, but I think the subpar reaction many gave to that show, it just gave them that much more motivation to put on one hell of a show. Now, Slammiversary was not called Extreme Rules, yet they put on 3 matches
that were better
which
than any Extreme Rules match.
were better than any of those matches they had. Actually, every match on the card was better, but any match with stipulations was also better.
I'll agree with that.
I know y'all not lying.
Even the next match, like Allie versus Tessa, was really good.
Yeah, that was the better of the 2 women's matches.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I will totally agree with that. Madison Rain is...
Yeah, Madison Rain, I've always kind of had issues with Madison Rain. I can tolerate her in small doses. It's just... this just wasn't... The character work she was doing fine in, but when it came to the actual match, she
of the
she
four
wasn't as
of the 4 women that wrestled in that pay-per-view, she's probably 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Allie's way better than her.
Yeah.
I mean, Tessa's... In my opinion, Tessa's the best of the 4. In my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree.
And she proved it in that match.
Technically speaking, absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, absolutely. And you saw it in that match. I mean, I think she did the one spot, I think she did a Hurricane Rana off the top to Allie, and it looked like Allie fell on her head. Do you remember that? If you go back and watch it, it literally looks like she fell on her head, and it was off the top rope. And I was just like, how? And then she kicks it out, and I was just like, how the hell did she do that? Because it was nasty looking. Because I know how that's normally supposed to look, and it did not look like that. But I mean, Tessa's tough because didn't she get dropped on her head outside the ring too, by the alley driver? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that match, those were 2 tough chicks going at it. That match. I mean, that had more intensity than I thought the other match, which should have had more intensity because that was a really deep rivalry between those 2, Sue Young and Madison Rain. But I thought the other 2 brought it more.
Yeah, like I said, it was Allie and Tessa was definitely the better of the 2 women's matches. And I don't remember the member's name. I do apologize in advance. But when it comes to the women's championship match, I didn't even think of the metaphor of Madison Rain being put in the coffin. Because Madison Rain is the last mainstay of the original Knockouts division in the company.
There's rumors she's going to the Mae Young.
Yep, I've seen that. So, she'll be good first round. She might even make it to a second round. But.
Yeah, I mean that's the type. She's a WWE type, so I can. That's what they're looking for.
Yep.
So I could see that. But no, I mean that's symbolism of her getting shot. Cause like you said, she pretty much is the last one. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
there isn't anybody. I was gonna say I can't think of any other ones.
Yeah, now it's all the new crop of women,
and the new crop is good.
Yep, and they've got a new one debuting tonight while we record. Scarlett Bordeaux is coming to Impact Wrestling. I'm not familiar with her work.
Okay.
I did not get a chance to check it out ahead of time, but.
And finally, I want to get. I know there's other matches, but this is the one I want to hear. I know you're so high on this one man, and I know you're happy about the outcome of this match. What did you think of Matt Sydal versus Brian Cage?
From a technical standpoint, it was definitely the best wrestling match
for sure.
I know you didn't see the main event, but
no, I didn't. That's the only one I didn't get to check out yet. Is Aries Moose, which I will.
Yep. So it was definitely the best technical match of the night. Had some really great spots. Jeez, I was about to say Evan Bourne. Jeez, Matt Sydal.
He did the airborne.
Yes, he did. The story they told was they had him working the legs. Typical wrestling fare. You want to keep the big guy down as much as possible.
What was the one spot when I forget what move Sydal was going for? He was doing a springboard or he jumped off the top.
And then he hit the
Cage.
ropes.
No, Cage caught him in the suplex position, like up top. What was he trying to? I forget. Because I was like, holy
I know the
shit.
spot. I don't.
You remember that, right? Because I was like, holy shit. So Ace, was it a springboard or was it off the top rope? I can't remember. So Sydal's going for a move. I think it was off the top rope, and he's like jumping to do something to Cage, and Cage just grabs him and holds him up top for like a jackknife, not like. The suplex position, like up here, just grabs him out of the air and basically pulls him in this position. And then he just holds him there for a few seconds. I was like, damn.
And then he suplexed him.
That's the machine, man. Brian Cage.
Goddamn.
What else? I
Your
know.
new X Division champion.
Yeah, man. I know you. I knew as soon as he won, I thought of you. I was like, Pat's. I know Pat's happy with that.
Yeah, I marked out. But like I marked out for much of the show. I know people have asked me for pictures ahead of the show, but
You sent them on to me.
Yeah, but to the point of keep the show keeping me engaged, I really only got pictures of entrances because I was so into all the
Yeah,
action.
you only
I
really
did
sent
not-
me ones like before and after because I
Yeah.
know you were probably into it.
Yeah.
And I think you only sent me like one of someone actually in the ring.
Yeah, I do have several more pictures,
Yeah.
but like I said, I was so into it, I wasn't going to sit there on my phone sending pictures.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah, it
sure.
makes sense.
So, anyway,
well-
I was able to find myself maybe twice just to. I got a chance to go back and watch the show after I saw it live. If there are any production questions about the production of the show, the one thing that was kind of awkward was the hard camera is typically to your left, but they had it facing towards the ramp, and that's not something Impact has any control over. The venue they were in is typically done for musical events, and that stage is in a set place. So where all the wrestlers were coming down was basically the stage where a musician would be performing.
Right.
So it didn't allow for too many, hand shots to the crowd or anything like that, because that hard camera was just stuck in one place. They did have folks running around the ring, and there were a couple of spots I wish they hadn't switched from the hard camera. I know I can't remember the spot, but somebody was in one of the corners, and the perspective was from the hard camera. Then they switched to the manual camera, and it was right after the spot, but it didn't cut until after the
I think
spot.
that was the first
So
match because I think it was Taiji Ishimori doing something. Yeah. I noticed once when he was doing something, but they did it a couple. There was like 2 or 3 times that happened.
Yeah, so like
I did notice that.
I'll grant it to them because they're kind of restricted by the confines of the venue. But the venue's really cool. It sits right on Lake Ontario, so
that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. If you go right outside, you got the lake, a nice view of the city.
I'm for that.
I'm definitely for
So overall, Slammiversary A+.
Yes, I'd give it an A+.
I would too. Ace,
Yo.
get on your shit and watch that, please.
Hey man,
There's better
so
things
much,
out there.
There's so much shit going on, man.
I know you
I gotta get it.
My final word: if you're not happy on Mondays and Tuesdays, please just give Impact a shot.
Do it.
I know.
Say that one more
I-
time. Say it one more time, man.
If you're not happy on Mondays and Tuesdays, give Impact another shot. I don't think you'll regret it.
All we are saying.
Because I was one of the people who said, they've just burned me too many times. I'm not interested. And a few months ago, I said, you know what? I'll give this a shot. There's some pretty cool matches on whatever card it was at the time, and I've been watching ever since. I think this is my 5th month rewatching Impact.
Yeah, I gotta get on it.
So,
Because Raw is definitely disappointing.
basically, go watch Impact. If you, like Pat said, a lot of people bitch about WWE all the time, but guess what? You keep watching it, guess what? There's other good stuff. We talk about it all the time. I like Lucha. I love Lucha. Pat loves Impact. My man over here to the left loves New Japan.
Woo!
I love Ring
I
of
haven't
Honor.
even got a chance to catch up on all the fucking G1.
G1. I'm about halfway. I'm halfway done.
I've only seen the first 2 nights.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's been a lot of
It's a lot. It's
there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Right from it got a little like they're trying different things with their expansion out over here. So they're doing stuff that they don't typically do with some run-ins, a couple low blow spots. It's different. I know a lot of people that like the traditional New Japan aren't happy with it. I've seen some comments about it, but they're trying. They're doing something different. Like they're not, as long as they don't go too heavy.
Yeah.
But I don't see them ever doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna appeal to a different audience, you got to give a little bit of what that audience is used to.
Yeah.
But
the
overall,
run-ins are
I'm
cool.
I'm about up to night 5. So
Yeah, I gotta
I'll definitely talk about. I don't want to talk about it until we get Joe in here.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll talk about it. But all I'll say is they're killing it too. And Yano's really been making me laugh. One of my favorite matches was Yano versus Zack Sabre Jr. If you guys ever check that out, it's actually way more entertaining than I thought it was going to be.
Right, yeah.
That's how
he's
Yano
hilarious.
is, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But next piece of news, I mean, there was a big bomb drop on Monday night on Raw by Stephanie McMahon. We're going to have All women's pay-per-view. They said, what, October? Is this correct?
October 28th.
October 28th. We're going to have women from SmackDown, from Raw, from NXT UK. And we're going to get the finals of the Mae Young Classic. Is that right?
Correct.
Raw, SmackDown, and NXT titles all being defended, I heard.
Correct.
I think Lita, Trish, the Bellas, the whole slew of Beth Phoenix, I think.
I'm pretty sure Beth Phoenix.
I'm pretty sure. So this is pretty big deal, man. What do you think, Ace?
I like it. I like something different. I think they deserve it. I feel like it's going to be a great night of professional wrestling. It makes me feel like the women tag team belts are coming very soon, and
That's possible. That's definitely possible.
with the Bailey and Sasha situation, I'm guessing that if I had to, bet on that, I would think they would be apparently the
apparently
first tag
Steph
team.
has spoken on that and said they're not ready for it right now, but it's coming.
It's coming.
I would agree they're not ready for that.
She said they're not ready for it yet, but it's coming. That's what I read. That's a quote from her saying that somewhere. It's coming, but they're definitely not ready for that right now.
Yeah, they need actual women's teams to sustain a division.
They got one. Yeah.
Impact 10 years ago tried to introduce women's tag titles,
I remember that.
There wasn't enough depth on the roster of actual women's tag teams, and then they just retired them.
Yeah, because
they wound up just pairing singles wrestlers who weren't doing. I was
just about to say
and
that.
I hate that just as much as they don't do it with the men as much anymore, but. Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes comes to mind. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
They used to do that stuff all the time, and that's exactly like right before you took the words out of my mouth. That's what you run into. I mean, and then that takes away from the main not main card, but the main title picture too, because it's like, okay, we threw you together with this person in a tag. You can't win in a tag team, but we want you to go in and win in a main event type deal. It just takes everything away from it. And then, like you said, with Drew and Cody, like all that. It was just weird. They were just weird pairings, and they didn't make any sense. It was just, you're not doing anything. We got these titles, do it. And I don't like that, so I'm glad that they held off on that for now. Because this is a big deal. I mean, for all the people that want to just say negative things about it, which a lot of people on the internet do.
Yes.
Pause. What is it negative to say about this particular thing? This is not from my
perspective at all, because I am happy.
What are they talking about here?
So people are upset. You know what? You take it, Pat, because you're more into it than I am, because you're the one who told me about it. And then I went and looked it up after you told me.
So one of the arguments being brought up is, well, this is just trying to cover up for the whole Saudi situation a few months ago where the women weren't allowed to be over there. And I was vocal about my issues with that show. And, I still maintain my thoughts on that. But I'm not going to shit on a women's show and project that into it just because. But some people don't like that they're going to bring people from the past back.
I want to speak on that.
Okay. We will in a minute. At the end of the day, you can't build a show around only new people or people that the American audience doesn't know from overseas. You have to have recognizable names to sell the show. Real quickly, just one thing about Raw, since I didn't see it this week. Are they abandoning Bailey and either Bailey or Sasha getting traded to SmackDown because they lost that tag match a few weeks ago? Can anybody tell me that?
As far as I know.
Okay. Because the only reason I ask is because this thought came to mind. Now that they've got this women's show announced, I thought maybe they want to get Bailey or Sasha onto SmackDown so they could trade Charlotte back to Raw and, basically blow off doing Ronda and Charlotte in October, because that would be a marquee match for that show.
They could do it anyway. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be a co-brand. All the women are going to be there. So if they want to, they could do it anyway. You know what I mean? It would be way better if they held off for that when one of them has a title at, let's say, I don't know, WrestleMania or something, or SummerSlam.
One of them's probably going to have that title at SummerSlam.
Probably. But to go off what you were saying about people getting mad at like older wrestlers coming back, you can't have an event like this, a first ever event like this, without celebrating the people that put you in this position. People specifically, Pat, we were talking about the Bellas. People are like, well, the Bellas aren't good wrestlers. The Bellas aren't this. The Bellas aren't that. Guess what? The Bellas held down that division for 3 years or so when it was trash. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to go, AJ Lee was the best. Paige was the best. Guess who AJ Lee and Paige were facing? The Bellas. They were beating the Bellas. Without the Bellas, that division was Oksana. That division was Eva Marie. That division was... Natalya was good, but Natalya didn't have a name like that back then as much as she does now. They had Naomi before she was even really that great. They had the Funkadactyls. Like, that was the division.
Oh, gosh.
That was the
Thank you for reminding me
division
of that.
back then. You know what I'm saying?
Division's
So
trash.
to crap on the Bellas who held that division down, and yeah, back then they weren't that good, but guess what? When they came back again, they got a lot better. And people still don't want to give them credit for that. But guess what? I am totally fine with them being there and being celebrated. I may not like them all that much, but you got to give these people some credit and let the past be in, let the present be in, let the future be in. This is it's called evolution, not just past, not just present, not just, it's everything.
Yeah, you can't
know what I
have
mean?
you can't have now without the past because
You can't have evolution
that's
without...
not evolution.
Where did you evolve from? You know what I mean?
Fucking idiots, always complaining.
Speak on it.
I just feel as though it's a good look.
And they deserve it regardless of all
Yeah,
their stuff.
I mean, yeah, and they've been in match of the year candidates, and the only reason why I felt like they were probably gonna go that direction because I didn't understand why they had to get along. I didn't understand why they didn't settle their differences in the ring between like
That was so
Sasha and Bailey.
stupid.
Yeah, it was just weird, and then for them to come out and then actually like show camaraderie and have a dope tag match and look like they made tag moves. I'd never seen them do that before.
Well, me and Pat were just talking on the drive over here. Like, I'm like, this whole storyline is just,
It's weird.
it's not weird. It's, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So 1 week, not even 1 week, for the past year, they're friends 1 week, they're not friends. They're friends 1 week, they're not friends. Bailey borderline goes heel, you ain't shit, dropping curse words on TV.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to counseling. Next week we're friends. I love
Yeah.
you. Like,
It's all over the place.
there's just not a lot of structure to this.
Yeah.
And I would be fine with it if you had a little something to build each week, but it's just like we're just throwing these segments, but they're not building off of each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's poor production.
Yeah, they're,
Oh, absolutely.
they're doing shit, but next week it doesn't matter. They're not long term booking. They're not even booking consistently. They're just inconsistent in with the direction that they want to go in, basically.
So I'm genuinely curious, and this isn't just with Sasha and Bailey. If they ever sit and say, "Okay, we're putting these two talents together for whatever," and what's the end game for this?
I think I was just about to say.
So
end game.
Has anybody ever sit down and said, "Okay, this is where we're supposed to go"?
Only
with
Roman.
Sasha and
Only
Bailey?
Roman has in game.
Well, I
plans.
think the only one I kind of see right now is one that I told you about last week with your girl Asuka, how she's out of the picture because they've been building up Carmella. I told you they've been building up Carmella because I watched on the other side of SmackDown where Becky was winning every single week. Every single week Becky was winning. While everyone else is feuding and doing their little thing, Becky's just been having one-on-one matches, winning and winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. So I saw that. I was like, Asuka's just here, man. She's just here to let that heel build up.
Brooklyn is Becky.
Yep. Becky gonna win that title, bro. Becky Balboa, baby.
My thing is Brooklyn is coming up. We should have a Sasha and Bailey match since it's come. I think it's coming up
3
3 years.
just
But
don't care.
it's just
I
yeah,
don't
they
care
just
either.
yeah they just fucked it up.
That's what I said to
so-
Pat
So I've been saying
earlier.
it
is
for
I don't
weeks.
care.
Too little, too late. I don't care about these,
Yeah.
these two in a program.
That's literally that should be like instead of WWE then now forever should be WWE too little too late. Because like seriously think about it.
I
Roman
celebrated
Reigns. Roman Reigns
Preach.
should have put the title on him 6 months ago. We're gonna
WrestleMania. Just get it over with.
should have put it on him at WrestleMania and got it over with. Now we're gonna try this again.
We need
At
to-
SummerSlam.
we
We're
need-
gonna try this again.
You need to trademark that.
WWE, too little, too late.
Wow.
Now we got it with Becky, Sasha and Bailey.
That's the name of the show. Right?
We're gonna have it with Asuka when she eventually gets the title. Nobody's gonna care when she
Shinsuke.
eventually gets the title. You know what I mean? Shinsuke.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
crazy.
it should be.
That's insane.
So while we're on the topic of Brock,
God, who
Borg,
brought him up?
we're going back.
Brock-
We're
brought him
going
up.
back to Slammiversary for a minute. There's a hilarious picture of
Yes.
Austin Aries
Yes.
walking out, basically saying, "In Impact Wrestling, the world champion shows up."
That's fact. That's fact.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And didn't Aries point at it?
Yes, he did. That's right.
Aries the man.
So, how y'all? I mean, did you? I think you were right. Didn't you say that? You know, at the end of the day, did we? Oh no, we were trying to keep that energy away. We
What?
didn't want to speak on that energy that we didn't want to speak on that happened.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
We
Did you
didn't want
catch
it to
that?
happen.
Yeah, we didn't want to
it
speak
happen.
about
Yeah,
Roman
and it
winning
happened.
because we didn't want to put it in the air. But it fucking happened.
Jesus Christ, man.
Bobby Lashley got that Hulk Hogan win.
Right.
That's all he got at Extreme Rules.
Jeez,
He got that Hulk Hogan win.
Fuck.
That's
I mean,
it.
the match wasn't. Now, to be fair, the match wasn't bad. I didn't dislike. The
No,
match.
not at all. Not at
Yeah,
all.
it
I enjoyed
was
the match.
really good.
Of all the matches that night, that was probably one of the few I enjoyed.
Yeah, yeah. I just was. I don't know what. Like I was saying, I posted. I don't know why I'm surprised that what happened. What
I
we
wasn't
didn't want to
surprised
happen,
at all. I
happened.
wasn't surprised at all.
You know, let's just get it over with.
Wasn't
Do you
surprised.
think it's finally over?
No.
Do you know what I mean? As far as do you
What?
think
What over?
the situation that we didn't want to happen happened?
No.
Do you think it's going to be over at
Until I
SummerSlam?
see Roman pin Brock in that ring, it's not over.
Yes.
It's never over.
I'm not.
Do you think he's going to
No.
UFC
You don't have to
with the strap?
Possibly.
Oh,
Absolutely possibly.
That
It's possible.
sucks.
It's totally possible.
Does Braun come out that night? or
UFC? Hell no.
No, I mean like not UFC. SummerSlam. Do we
Depends if he wins his match first.
do you think KO is going to take this
I'm starting to lean towards maybe.
because of all this ass whooping that he's taking?
Yeah. I'm starting to lean
Starting
towards
to
a
be
maybe
like
here.
absurd ass whooping.
Well, let's think about it. Who would look better? Like, what character between those two should have the briefcase? Does it fit? Kevin Owens, right?
For sure, he
Sneaky,
deserves
slimy heel?
deserves
Or Braun Strowman, who can beat anybody up anyway, don't need that briefcase.
He deserves it.
It's a lot more interesting if Kevin Owens has it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of feeling like we're going towards that.
You
Especially because all the crap he's been put through.
Yeah.
And if he wins, what did I say?
You got Mankind.
What did I
Yeah.
say? Just like Rusev, Kevin Owens is going to be fine.
I hope so, man.
Because
He's
everyone was
taking a lot of ass
complaining.
whooping.
Yeah. And if he wins Money in the Bank, he'll be fine, just like Rusev.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody pump the brakes.
That's true. Fine. Where's Seth going from here?
They're wrestling for the IC again.
You think he's
that's
gonna
where
win
he's
it?
going?
You think he's gonna win it back?
I think it's going to end up being a triple threat.
I think ultimately Drew will have that championship.
At some
I
point.
don't think Seth's getting it back. I still think at some point Drew's just gonna beat the shit out of Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be that.
Yeah, I just think the Finn's been hanging around that storyline for so long that they're going to make that triple threat. Because we've already seen Seth Dolph a couple times now. We just saw, how many pins in that match? Like 7?
Yeah.
No, like 10, right?
Yeah, like back to back to back.
Yeah, if you add them together.
Yeah, like 10. So, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping for a triple threat.
Are we seeing the Demon anytime soon?
No.
No.
He can't get mad for one pay-per-view.
Nah.
He needs a reason to get mad.
I don't think you're going to see the Demon again until he, if, goes for that Universal again.
Universal. Makes sense.
He won it with the He won it as the Demon. That's the only way they'll bring it back, I feel like. Because the only other time we almost got it was against Bray Wyatt. And I did not want that.
Yeah, the pumpkin head one.
The pumpkin Balor. Pumpkinhead Balor. I don't know. Wait. You ready for the next piece of news I'm going to drop?
Yeah, because that pretty much sums up Raw.
Your new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa.
Amazing.
And I gotta do this for Pat. Pat called how Ciampa was gonna win it.
Yeah, I did not
Pat
expect
called it a while
WWE
ago.
actually to do something I kind of predicted. A few weeks ago I said, what if the way Alistair lost the championship was Johnny costing him the championship, and that's exactly how it happened.
Another triple threat.
I think we're getting a triple threat at TakeOver. Yep.
That'll be interesting because those three in a triple threat. Good God,
Yeah, that's amazing.
all.
I mean, it was inedible.
You couldn't eat it.
Yeah, I couldn't eat it.
Couldn't even eat it, man. It was so inedible.
I mean, I understand he's a really badass heel. So if you couldn't take that segment, he's doing his job.
I mean,
my girl was pissed.
I mean, the guy does his fucking job. I mean, he gets that heat, but he's fucking great. I mean, he put in the time. We seen the meme. I posted a meme in a group a couple weeks ago of him, basically getting chokeslammed by Taker. Way back in the day, he had hair with no beard. I mean, it just shows you that if you put the time in, I mean.
I remember watching him when he was in Ring of Honor. Like, I would go to the
crazy.
shows, and when he was still the Sicilian psychopath. Like,
You gotta respect
love
it.
that, man.
You gotta respect it. And they've been headlining over the title, I mean, I don't know, all year, I guess. I mean, so hey, they made the right call. Triple H does it as always, man. The match was great, and the match was actually better than I expected.
Yeah.
Even though I know how great, both are, but I mean, some Ciampa matches they were just cool, you know what I mean? But this match was insane. Like the false finishes were really, really great. The crowd was into it.
Dude, yeah. There was a couple times where I thought it was going to be over.
Yeah, that shit was insane.
More than a few times.
The fucking ref took a crazy bump.
Drake? Yeah, Drake took a crazy bump.
Yeah. Shit.
But that was perfect. Like, I like how they set up, like, interference, where it's, like, believable that it's an accident, not
Yeah.
turn around, I'm going to hit you real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, ref, look over there.
Yeah, the ref really earned his money that night. Yeah, he took a
Well,
bump
he used
on
to be
the
a
crowd.
he used to be a wrestler, so you know.
I mean, most of them are possibly, but that spot was great. I like how they told the story, removing the padding to the concrete. I'm sure that's going to come into play. I like the DDT that he does. I don't know, for some reason, I guess perception of the storyline, it just seems like it's just way worse than, any other. I remember seeing Ominous used to hit that DDT also. Something about the way they do it, though, it just seems like really, really real. That's the best thing I love about the storyline, and it's dope that they incorporated the champion, and shout out to Pat with the facts.
I just love how deep, like, they can incorporate storylines into each other. Because, I mean, when's the last time you've seen something like this in WWE? Like, there's a match going on, and there's a whole nother storyline happening outside this match that plays into this match that actually costs someone that had nothing to do with that storyline the title.
And his first actual pin. He's never
Yes.
been pinned, like, in a
Yes.
singles match. And, yeah, because before it was like a triple threat match
Didn't
or
Alistair
something
beat,
like
or
that.
didn't Adam beat him?
Adam
Adam.
a tag team match, didn't he?
It was like
Oh, he beat him.
no, he
'Cause
didn't.
for some reason, I thought it was like a 6-man tag, and it was
Yeah, it
like
was like
Andrade interfered or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly.
It wasn't like a singles match or anything like that. They made sure of that they announced that when he was going for the title at the time. So it's just crazy that won. And it makes sense because Johnny cost him that loss. So now you got, the title, everything that he wanted, Ciampa has it now. That's the only thing. So that brings me to the conclusion that Alistair is going to the main roster. I don't know what else for him to do after SummerSlam.
Yeah, he'll probably go
Or-
after.
Well, we'll have to
Take
see.
over.
We'll have to see at SummerSlam because if he wins it, he's sticking around. But if he loses, obviously he's gone. But I think this hopefully culminates to Johnny winning.
Yeah, that'd be a big moment for Johnny.
Yeah.
But was
I think
but
Johnny's
would he
victory is
win
going to come in a
on
1-on-1.
1-on-1? Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, because he finally gets to
Ciampa-
overcome Ciampa for that title.
Yeah.
I
So
can
I
see
guess he's
that.
going to retain. He's probably going to retain takeover.
Johnny and Alistair will probably cost each other
Yeah.
because they both want to kill Ciampa. So I could see that.
Yeah.
And then 1-on-1, hopefully Gargano can beat Ciampa for that title.
Yeah, he's
And
definitely.
then they
gonna
both
have
can
it.
go up
You think
to
they
main.
you could go stretch it to Mania? Can they?
I don't see. Yeah, of course they can. I don't see why not.
NXT storytelling, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, how many more? There's probably 3, 4 before takeovers. Probably this one, War Games,
Then the next
Rumble.
one's the Rumble, then WrestleMania.
till 4. They could totally do that. I don't know if they will, but
So, I never had any doubts that it would be a great match, but because of some assholes last week who decided they wanted to spoil
Yep.
the damn show for everybody,
yep.
I'm really glad that it was a kick-ass match from start to finish.
It really was.
And fuck you to all those people who did that shit.
What?
Posting spoilers and stuff like last week. Remember?
Oh yeah.
People in all these pages were posting pictures of Tommaso with the championship. Like, yeah, thanks a lot. Just because it's taped doesn't mean
I want to know about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to be surprised every now and then.
Did WWE leak their information also?
They did
Not
not
this
leak it
time.
this time.
Not this time. Oh, there was somebody else
it was
this time.
fans.
It was his
No.
fans this time.
And I hold WWE accountable to the same standard because I was pissed off about the tag team title one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the fans probably wanted to beat WWE to it this time, so
Yeah.
it's a game now, and I hate it.
Hey, did anybody catch real quick Nikki Cross up there for
Yes.
this? Yeah. So.
She was like right up front,
Yeah,
too.
she was.
What do you think? You think she's coming?
Oh, for sure.
Coming like
It's a perfect
soon.
time. It's a perfect time for
Yeah,
it.
she's putting over girls on the way out, so she's kind of just doing the honors.
Yeah.
I mean, Sanity needs her anyway.
Yeah, like she's such an important.
They
part
never
of that
should have.
package.
She never should have not been. I think like we said, she just had to tie up her loose ends. Hopefully, and then she'll go. If they put her on Raw and don't put her with Sanity, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah,
I'll be happy for her because she can showcase what she can do. But I'll be disappointed because the four of them together really is Sanity. That's Sanity. The four
Yeah.
of them together. Like she's a big part of them.
yeah, because when they first debuted, it's not that I disliked anybody. I love Eric. I loved Eric Young going into it, but she was the first one who frankly stood out to me. in the
Oh
whole
yeah.
thing.
I noticed her and
just her
Alexander
antics.
Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I personally just think she's been such a big part of them throughout their time in NXT. Like all the time she's come out, like she comes out and fights the dudes that they're fighting. I mean, like
Yeah.
she is part of them.
Yeah.
She's part. Of
She adds a lot to
Sanity.
them, and I think it's going to happen eventually. I just think it's probably going to happen when they're in a prominent position, maybe going for the tag titles or something like that. She comes out of nowhere.
Hopefully, I
does
mean they
what she
just
does.
lost they just lost to the New Day, the other night in that tag team tournament they're having.
Yeah,
The Bar's finally back though. Bar's been gone since Mania, I think.
yeah, they were having like some issues.
Yeah.
I think they had a loss to the New Day or something randomly.
Did they?
After they got drafted, and then that was it.
You might be right, and I know maybe they're letting Sheamus heal up maybe a little bit, but they're back. I think next week they got a match with the Usos. I think, in that tournament that they're having on SmackDown. The only thing, what was that?
I have no idea.
No idea.
My daughters.
The only thing about SmackDown I liked is, did you catch any SmackDown?
Yeah. I just was watching some highlights with my daughter actually right before you came in.
So they're fine. I'm glad to see that this week, no Team Hell No thing with Miz and Daniel Bryan. It's just Miz versus Daniel Bryan. We're not gonna go towards Team Hell No. That's done with. Like I said last week. Hopefully it's done.
Are they rushing it because his contract?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely, because he's not. It's, dude. We got a little more than a month. Well, like a month? Is the first that's done?
Yeah.
Supposedly, we got about a month, a little bit over a month, a couple days. I mean,
Is he
it's now or
re-signing?
never that this feud's happening. You know what I mean?
I
Is
still
he
stick to my
resigning?
story that he's staying.
I stick to mine that he's staying too.
Because wait,
Ace, you said he's leaving, right?
No, I don't think he's leaving.
now that he's married and has a kid, his priorities are different than they were before. But also, something that Daniel or Brian has to consider.
Brian.
Now, because he's on Total Bellas, Total Divas, if he leaves the company, that messes with Bree's interests and projects with the company. Obviously because I'm sure they won't want him to appear if he's wrestling for another company. So those are things he has to consider his wife's aspirations. It's not all about Daniel and Brian anymore. So
This is true.
And that's any marriage. It's that's not just their marriage.
This is true.
You have to consider all those factors.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think he's definitely staying. He's getting too much money. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He's getting paid.
And speaking of September 1st, did you hear Total Divas is all in? I'm not even kidding.
Can I make a confession? Can I make a confession?
Total Divas all in.
So I made the mistake of showing my girlfriend that Total Bellas exists.
Oh, for real.
I watched all the seasons already with her,
I pray for you.
and now we're on Total Divas. Boy, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not. I actually kind of enjoy it.
I stopped watching Total Divas like 2 seasons ago.
She got in. The Bella show ain't bad. The Bella show's not bad.
I mean, it's not a bad
Because there's a lot of Daniel Bryan, there's a lot of John Cena, there's a lot of other stuff. I like that show. I've been in the reality show.
I like both of the shows. I mean, it's a reality show.
Yeah,
you know?
I've been
There's
like,
nothing else to watch.
my girlfriend loves reality TV, so she likes, she watches Vanderpump Rules, which I don't know anything about. But yo, check this out. This is the best show ever that's on there right now. Ready? On, I think it's E Network. You know
Please say it.
what?
Go ahead. Just say it.
Do you know who Jay Cutler is? Quarterback, NFL. You know, okay. So you don't know who Jay Cutler is?
I don't watch
I know who Jay
football.
Cutler is.
Come on. Well, his wife has a show. She was from Laguna Beach in the hills and all that shit. So it's called Very Cavallari. She's hot as hell. Her friends are hot as hell. But Jay Cutler makes the fucking show, man.
What does he do?
He just doesn't care. She's like, his wife will be like, so what are you doing today? He goes, I'm going to keep my schedule pretty open. And she's like, why? He's like, in case something pops up. And she's like what? He's like, I don't know. And he just doesn't give a crap. I mean, he played football for like 10 years, and now he's just like, whatever. Don't tell me what to do. I mean, I wish I could play a sound clip of it, but I could find one later. But it's really funny. I highly recommend checking it out.
I've got another one for your girlfriend. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but I've been hearing good things, and I've wanted to see it. Ms. and Mrs. started this week.
I
gotta
want to
check
watch
that
it.
out. Yeah, I heard it's funny.
I want to watch that.
If, at least for wrestling couples, Miz and Maurice and Rusev and Lana, I love watching them together.
Oh, for sure.
But it's because they're really authentic couples when you watch them interact, as opposed to, I won't name them, but some other couples I see in that company.
John Cena, Nikki Bella.
There you go.
John Cena, Nikki
Like I
Bella.
said, I don't want to go off about John Cena and Nikki Bella, but I saw their episodes of Ride Along, Miz and Maurice and Lana and Rusev. Then they announced the reality show for Miz and Maurice. Like, yeah, I'm all over that.
Oh, yeah, because it just debuted last night. Or not last night, Tuesday night. So I'm totally down to check that out because I've been watching, like I said, I'm not ashamed to admit I've been watching the Bellas and the Divas, and it's not as bad as you think. I mean, Daniel
Some
Bryan.
of it is terrible.
Some of it's terrible. I'll say the Total Divas season 1 is terrible. Total Bellas ain't that bad because it actually is. I mean, they're not even, half of them aren't even wrestling in that show anymore anyway, the time it's on, so it's kind of interesting. It's cool to see Daniel Bryan's perspective because he was dealing with a lot of depression, anxiety when he couldn't wrestle, and even throughout his whole life, which I didn't know. But, so then you see him and Brie, like, she's trying to help him, like, decide what he wants to do. He doesn't know what he wants to do, and he's, like, really struggling. So it gets him all.
Bellas, right?
This is Total Bellas.
I've definitely seen this.
This is Total Bellas, yeah. So then it finally gets to the point where he's getting back in the ring, and then I think the last season ended as John. I think it was Nikki's bachelorette party, and they're having all the problems and stuff like that. So it was kind of interesting, but yeah, I mean, you can watch it, you can figure it out. It's the Bellas. It's exactly what you think it's gonna be.
Yeah,
But I
it's
kind of
funny.
like it.
I'm getting to the point now where it's like you said, it's a lot of great shit on television. I feel like the Miz show is gonna be funny.
I'm not saying the Bellas show's great.
Oh no! I mean,
Not what I'm
sorry.
saying at all.
No. I'm just saying if you're into reality TV, if you're into that type of shit, I mean, it's like, and if you're so happily to be a wrestling fan, you like it. I think all the shows are, fine for what they are. You know what I mean? I watch reality shows.
Well, like
as
I
well.
was saying, it's good because the aspect I enjoyed of it, why I enjoyed the show, was Daniel Bryan's aspect. It picks up right when he's told he's not allowed to wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
So right from there, it's him dealing with not being able to wrestle, dealing with depression, dealing with he doesn't know what he's going to do now.
Yeah.
And then he's the general manager. He's doing something he didn't think he was going to do. And then Bree's not wrestling, so they're doing the complete opposite where Bree wasn't wrestling, he was wrestling, and
Right.
vice versa. So then now they're both home, and it's like a whole different dynamic you can see. And it's just interesting to see the struggle of like you didn't even know Daniel was dealing with this stuff. So
That's
it's
what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
never really know. Like, you can think what you want, and you might not be a wrestling fan, but I mean, this is a contact sport at the end of the day, and people got to go home to their families, or they miss out on their families. You get to see a lot of the behind, the scenes things, and I think the Miz show is going to be, dope.
The only thing I'll say that I find kind of funny about so when you watch the Bellas show, because we watched the Bellas first, so there's like 3 seasons of that. So that's caught up to basically where we're at now, where Nikki and John are like, Nikki doesn't know John wants to get married and have a kid and all this. Rewind all the way back to season 1 of Total Divas, which is about 6 years before this. And Nikki's
Still
like,
the same damn conversation.
and I think one of the episodes is Nikki and John break up because John doesn't want to get married. So I'm like, okay, it's cool, Nikki. You just like, that's that storyline for about 7 years if you guys want to be caught up in a nutshell of Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
That part is funny to me. Not
definitely
not her
funny.
misery. That's not what I find funny at
No.
all. Just like that, it's like the same
just the hamster
thing. The
hamster
whole the hamster wheel with them too.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, are they gonna get married or they're not gonna get married? Do we really give a fuck or do we?
Well, I love John Cena because he's such a dick in the show. Like, if you watch the show, he's got so many rules for everything. Like, he's like, we're gonna have dinner at this time, and this is my house. And he talks really low, and then like at the last syllable, he'll go up like that, and I'm like. It's just really funny to listen to. Like, go back and watch that show and listen to John Cena talk because it's completely the opposite of how he is. Like, it's great.
A nasty divorce will do that to you.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying the way not even what he says. I'm talking about just the way he talks. He's like so monotone, and he's like, and yeah, and it's just sometimes I'm like, John, what are you even talking about? But nah, I like it. We got really off track talking.
I mean, no, it's
Alright,
our show. We can talk about whatever the
I'll-
fuck we want
I'll
to talk
rein it
about.
back in. I'll
And
rein
it's-
it back
and
in.
No,
it's
you don't
nothing-
have to. I just think.
What else
I'm
is
just
it
saying. I
talk
like
about, really?
reality TV.
What else? What else? is
205 Live had one hell of a fatal 4-way on Tuesday night.
That for once I didn't watch this week.
So,
Pat, please.
Stone
just
me.
like I've been saying with Impact, if you're not watching 205 Live, give it a chance.
Yes, we've been talking about that for real 5 months probably.
Yep, since the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
How
I gotta watch it though. I talk about it. Tell me.
How was it, Pat?
So the story was Mustafa Ali was the only babyface in the match. He was against
him,
three heels. Drew, Hideo Itami, and TJP.
Yeah.
So most of the story of the match was attempting to neutralize Mustafa Ali, and that was actually how the match wound up ending too. So it, obviously the heels turned on each other a few times during the match, but again with these damn step spots they've been doing lately.
205 Live loves their steps,
they,
man.
they love their steps.
But I'll give it to them. They do a good job.
So, do you mind the spoiler?
No, I'm gonna watch. You know me.
Fair enough.
Sometimes I don't mind because I like ultimately see the outcome of how it happens.
So they did a spot, like I pointed out. It was to take out Mustafa Ali.
Mm-hmm.
So Hideo Itami did a leg or a knee spot while Mustafa's head was against the steps, so he was out cold. Drew Gulak got Hideo Itami out of the way, dragged a passed out Mustafa Ali in, and then just put the Gulak on him. And
won,
the ref
right?
just looked like
Yeah, I was
he
gonna
couldn't
say.
respond to the count. So, and Drew Gulak as your number one contender
Nice.
for the cruiserweight title.
Speaking of Drew Gulak,
I like Drew Gulak.
yeah, I was listening to. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I got off track for a second in my head. So I was listening to an interview with Matt Riddle with X Pac.
Yeah, I got to
Which we'll
finish
get-
checking it out.
Yeah. So he was talking about Drew Gulak and how they wrestled. I forget where they wrestled, but they wrestled a match against each other where they didn't call anything. They just wrestled. They just guessed on what each other was going to do.
That's fire.
So Matt Riddle, I was telling Pat, Matt Riddle doesn't do the Irish Whip. He doesn't believe it's believable that someone can do it to him or that he would let someone do it to him. So he remembers in this particular match with Drew Gulak goes for an Irish Whip. And since they didn't call anything, he's like, well, I didn't know what he was going to do afterwards, so I just walked. And I turned around and laughed at him. And he said the place went nuts. Because imagine you see, like, you know Drew Gulak, like he's intense. Like he can put on some good facial expressions and like really sell stuff. So him trying to like Irish whip Matt Riddle and just picture Matt Riddle just no selling it, just walking. Like to me, I wish I saw that because that would be hilarious.
Right.
But the reason I was listening to that was because there's rumors flying around that Matt Riddle is going to WWE. So I was like, okay, he was on with X-Pac. I want to hear this. I want to hear what he had to say because it's a recent
And shout out
podcast.
to X-Pac. X-Pac is getting everybody to come through nowadays.
Yeah, if you don't listen to, he's
he's
pretty good.
killing
Yeah,
it
X-Pac's
right now.
really good.
Can't talk for
podcast.
shit, but
Yeah,
he's
what is it?
definitely killing
X-Pac 12360? Is that what it is? Yeah. Good show.
Yeah, it is a good show.
You never check it out, but he had Matt Riddle on, so he basically flat out asked Matt. He was like, "So, I'm gonna ask you, like, WWE, like you're one of the biggest free agents right now. WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, like, you gonna go? Like, what are you doing? Like, and he talked a little bit. He's like, well, I work with. Would you get attacked by the cat?
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody's looking for a cat, please DM me, inbox me, let me know.
Yeah. But anyway,
That's probably not a good sale after it. I just,
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah, he has a little demons. Other than that, he's all right.
He is a love bug. He really is.
So he's talking about how he works with Evolve now. He's Evolve champion.
Yeah.
And they work with WWE. So he's like, obviously, like WWE's, we work with a lot of them. They're really good. He's talking about how with New Japan, they're really good with Evolve because they let Zack Sabre come over and do all this stuff. So he basically was like, I mean, now's the time if I'm going to go anywhere. Now's probably time for me to. Now the cat's attacking me. But he basically was like, I mean, he's going to go for it and see what happens because he said he didn't actually talk to anybody. He's just hearing that all of these people want to work with him.
I think he's great.
Yeah, like he's like saying he doesn't talk to anybody. He's just hearing that everybody is open to working with him.
He's
so
superstar.
I mean, he's gonna go somewhere.
NXT
The king of the
bound.
Super Bros.
Yeah, NXT bound.
I'm cool with that, but I told Pat I kind of would like to see him go to New Japan, personally.
Yeah,
His
that would be
style, I would really like to see because he even said in the podcast with X-Pac, he said, in particular, him and he said Walter, they make sure that their wrestling style is believable. That you're fighting, it looks like you're fighting somebody. That it's believable. So I feel like would probably fit better in New Japan because that's his style.
Do you think he goes in as a young lion or he goes in as himself?
He's young enough where he can. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that would probably be their decision.
How popular is he? Because I'm familiar with him.
He's very popular.
He's very popular.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's probably going to
I was gonna
WWE.
ask. He will be in Philadelphia in a couple weeks, 2 weeks actually. No, a week from Saturday, at the Evolve and Progress is coming out here.
I know I'm not gonna be here. I'm mad as shit. You know. I all the
Well,
Pete
funny
shows.
fact. I'm not gonna be able to go.
Shot town.
So I am going to Chicago, where Progress and Evolve happen to be having a shows. So I got myself a ticket to a Progress show. I couldn't do both. I don't have the money like that.
So you were in Toronto.
You were in Toronto. I'll be in Chi-Town. Where are you going? I'm
going to Brooklyn and I'm
Nice.
going to Chicago.
All right. Oh yeah, you are going to Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'll be there a couple weeks before you. So I'll go. I'm gonna go to the Pro Wrestling Tees. Check it out. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But Mustache Mountain, Tyler Banks, not Tyler.
Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate. I was thinking of him and the other guy, Banks, the UK guy that was in the tournament. He's in Evolve.
Oh, shit.
Zach. I'm getting like
I know
Zach
who you're talking
Gibson
about.
and like all these people mixed up. But no, Tony Storm,
I
Jimmy
love Tony
Havoc.
Storm.
It's gonna be a
Havoc
good
is my
show.
goat.
It's gonna be a good show. I know they already said Pete Dunne's gonna be there, so he better be there.
Pete fucking.
Because I know they already.
He's the damn champ.
Well, my problem is they advertised his match for Philly already with who he's facing.
Yeah.
They've advertised who Tyler Bates facing in Chicago, but not Pete yet. I was hoping. I think in New York they're doing Mustache Mountain together. I think because they're doing Chicago, New York, Philly.
I know he has to go to Mexico, so I don't know if he's gonna be there.
Yeah, I forget which other ones. This is for the Evolve Progress. They're doing like 5 shows over here.
Yeah.
It's Philly, Chicago, New York. I want to say Seattle. And then there's another Midwest
We
city
got to
in
catch
there.
a Progress show in the UK.
That'd
That's
be
the
awesome.
bucket list.
But I will definitely let you know because I'll be there. For anybody from the Chicago, Midwest, I know we got people in Detroit and all that kind of stuff, but that's not too close. I'm just saying. I know it's out there. Anybody wants to go to the Progress show, I'll be there. I think it's August 11th. I'll be there. So, and I know you got to go to the one here in Philly. You go to the one here. And let me. Oh, you said you're not going to be around.
No, I'm gonna be here on the 25th. Shout out to John and the group. They're having a show at the 2300 Arena on the 25th. I believe it's Ring of Honor. So
Yes,
he's trying to
August
do
25th.
He's trying to do like a little meetup, and I'm with it. So let's see if we can make it happen. You gonna be here the 25th?
I should be. What day is that? Is that a Saturday or Sunday? 25th. I think it's a Sunday. I want to say. I'm almost positive it's a Sunday.
It's a Saturday.
I'm totally wrong, so I was not right. I should be able to do it. We'll see.
Now, real quick,
But I'll definitely be in Chicago.
did you see? Did you see Roman the Samoans going at it on Twitter the other day?
Who won?
Whose hair is more silkier, brother?
For those that don't know, Tamatanga v. Roman Reigns on Twitter.
I think
It's the most
Tonga.
entertaining Roman Reigns feud in a long time.
Yeah, I just want to. I don't even know where it started, so I
He
have
got
no idea.
literally like off. They kicked him off of Twitter, right? Like Twitter kicked him out. Tonga, right?
That's crazy. 'Cause
'Cause Roman's people were snitching.
Yo, that shit is insane, man. He has a new shirt.
Hashtag
Like
snitch.
he has a new shirt that says, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
From Wrestling Tees. I thought it was fake. I didn't know it was real because that
wait.
shit happened so fast.
Oh wait, it only took us like an hour and however long, but you can find us on Instagram
Yeah.
at Wrestle Cave. You can
Wrestle
find us on
Cave.
Twitter, Wrestle_Cave. Make sure you go follow us so you can vote in the gimmick challenge that's going
Gimmick
on.
challenge going on, please.
Best gimmicks, worst gimmicks, they're all together. What is the ultimate gimmick? Go vote. Once again, Instagram, Wrestle Cave, Twitter, Wrestle_Cave, Facebook, Wrestle Cave Podcast. Ace, anything else you want to add before we get jump back into it?
You can like our we have a public page now. You can like our public page at Wrestle Cave, and we are definitely join the group. We are officially on Spotify. We got to clap that out one time, man. Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have to
okay.
say Podbean,
Yeah,
Podcast
yeah.
Podbean
Addict.
sucks.
Yeah.
Podbean sucks. I use Podcast Addict, but now I can use Spotify. I can get rid of
We're on
Podcast Addict.
Spotify. We're on that. We're all over the place now.
Pretty
at this
much
point, yeah.
almost everywhere.
iHeartRadio, I'm waiting for the confirmation, so we'll be there shortly. Google Play is coming soon. But the Spotify thing is major for us because I remember Casey brought it to my attention a couple months ago. Took us like 4 or 5 different tries, but we got it done, brother.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
And to all the people asking about this trivia game,
it's coming.
bring it back. When are you gonna bring the trivia game back?
It's coming back.
I'm
We gotta invite some
the
guests.
trivia game's like Brock Lesnar, man.
Yeah. So is the
It doesn't
mixes.
show up every week.
Yeah, neither does the mixes. Stop that.
But if you really want the trivia, why don't you go like the Facebook and Twitter page and then we'll get one. I'm just saying. Trivia is coming, man. I got a good one. It's the problem with this trivia is I don't want to half-ass it. You know, I half-assed a couple of them there. I want to make it good. I want to make it good for you guys. I want to stump you guys. I want the fans of our show, our listeners who really like it. I want to stump them too. So, I mean, a lot of people have been saying some of them are easy, some of them aren't real questions, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. All right, well, I'm going to do my research. So I'm going to have facts. I'm going to have my links with all my research and all my answers are going to be there. And we're going to have a real trivia game. Plus, I got to get my teams together. This is going to be a team game. We're not going to have one-on-one. So just
Yeah.
look out. All right, people, it's coming.
Yeah, and shout out to all the we have a war brewing and the group is going down.
Faction Wars.
Faction Wars. More information is coming. Just know that the mighty Wrestle Cave hate mob is coming. Just know
High
that.
society, baby.
Yeah. The high society. We're here.
Me and Ace.
Too sweet me right there. You know
Me
what I'm
and Ace
saying?
with
Our
our
manager,
manager.
listen, our manager, book us now.
You heard of the Golden Elite. We're the
Yeah.
high society
Yeah,
over here.
yeah.
Also known as the Mighty Wrestle
Yeah,
Cave.
champions.
We can't announce anything else, right?
Yeah. We will keep it
Okay.
under,
We'll
under
wait.
the wraps.
We
We'll
do
keep
have
it under the
something
wraps.
brewing.
Definitely have something
It's
brewing.
not official, right?
It's not official. But what is official is Elias live from Bourbon Street. How y'all feel about that? I mean,
loved
we
it.
was down there and I remember that he was fucking performing. We didn't get a chance to go, but I like how they taped it and I like how they dropped the little album too. That's
I listened to
fucking
the
fire.
album. I didn't get to see the special yet.
Yeah, I didn't see it yet either.
But the album's
I
pretty
gotta
good.
watch it.
The album's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually pretty funny too.
I like what they're doing with him. Like they're doing everything completely right with Elias.
Just
It's
even like this week when he was out there,
Yeah.
and he kept getting interrupted, and then finally he was like, Kurt came out and interrupted him and was like, no, I'm gonna let you play. And then he started playing the song, and then he's halfway through. He goes, "Where are we at again?" He goes, "Cincinnati." I don't want to play anymore. He was like he said something like that, like I don't want to play this shit anymore. Like he's awesome, man, and I think his album's like top 11 on iTunes, something like that. I'm pretty sure. Like I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, he's
But regardless,
fucking dope, man.
like when's the last time? I think the last time they did that was like the honky. No, John Cena.
No. Oh, good. Jillian Hall.
Oh,
They had her do a Christmas album.
Shit, you're right. And then John Cena before that.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about the Jillian Hall Christmas album on purpose. I forgot about that shit on purpose. What's it called? Elias's Words, right? That's the name of his EP. Elias's Words. Walk with Elias.
Yeah,
I
something
love
like
what
that.
they're doing with that guy, though, man. That's
He's-
seriously pretty awesome
He's
what they're
great.
doing with him.
Yeah, he's number 6. He's behind.
Number
he's
6?
Behind, he's behind fucking Drake, and ABBA Gold
What
Greatest
about Cardi
Hits.
B? Is he above Cardi B?
I don't know. 24 hours. He's fucking number 6. That's wild. That's fucking.
He's
wild
above
to
Taylor
me.
Swift.
Yo, that's crazy.
He's right above Taylor Swift.
That's fucking crazy. Man.
Shout out. I'm walking with Elias.
Yeah, he's amazing. Is there anything else we want to cover? We want to talk about?
One final plug for Impact. I forgot all about this. So, for anybody who has been reignited with enthusiasm for Impact Wrestling, they will be returning to the States on October 14th for one of their biggest shows of the year, Bound for Glory.
Yes.
30 Case and I will be in attendance
coming?
at this show.
Ace, you coming?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll be there if you guys want to come.
When is it?
When is it?
October 14th, Sunday, New York City.
Oh, it's a Sunday? I could definitely do that.
Speaking of that, speaking of New York, MSG. I hear they're trying to get CM Punk to come back to
Ring of Honor.
MSG. We know he's going to be at All In. We know that All In is going to happen September 1st. Man, what happens if we're there? Oh, matter of fact, where are we at? Are we at MSG for history, or are we at NXT Takeover?
I feel like that's like asking me to kill my niece or my nephew. I love them both so much.
My reasoning,
Facts.
my reasoning is going to be MSG for the simple reason
History.
It's history.
I've never been to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
I've never been there.
I've only.
Neither have they.
I mean, I finally got to go to my first takeover this year. We were all there. It was great. The atmosphere in there is like nothing else. But that history, that first show at Madison Square Garden, I couldn't go to All In.
Right.
So I want to be part of something with
Yeah.
all my guys I like watching.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
love New Japan. I love
And
Ring
we
of
can
Honor.
watch, and we can leave and go to our hotel and watch the shit that we can watch it right on WWE Network. Like,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We can
So-
party.
Stay
Watch
off
that.
your damn phone.
Now,
during
so
the
are they
show.
going to be at the? So they're going to be in Brooklyn while we're going to be at the MSG.
Same
Woo! Same night.
I'm down for that. Bound for Glory. Seriously, I am down for that, Pat. Ace, you better be coming with us.
I'm coming.
You got to watch some Impact before then.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
want to get one of your asses out to that Progress show. But
I'm mad. I'm missing. This be the first progress show I'm missing.
Evolve's at 3, I think. It's like at 3, and then Progress
Yeah.
is at like 8. Yeah, they're doing the same thing in Chicago, but I'm cheap and I can only get one of the tickets. I'm row 2 for Progress, so I'll be really close. I really would love to go to Evolve to see like Shane Strickland and Matt Riddle and all them, but it's not gonna happen. It's not in the cards for me. I already spent enough money getting that vacation together.
Now, did y'all see this Bobby Lashley thing saying he doesn't understand why fans don't like Roman? Why do superstars? Is it in their contract to make it like public that they don't understand why fans can't get into Roman? Does it fucking matter?
That's my problem. Is like, why does it matter if like that's the thing? Is like, I mean, you guys know why I don't like him. It's not even him. It's just the whole. There's no
booking,
development.
yeah.
There's no development to any of it. That's
Yeah.
my reasoning.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just do it to be cool. At this point, sometimes I feel like that. Mm-hmm. Kind of like the John Cena thing when people just kept doing it, and then by the time he was actually putting on good shit, people were still booing him, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are missing out on something good here. Because I started to
I know
turn.
they do it out of respect for John Cena. It's
Exactly.
It's just what they
But
do. It's
I-
not.
my turning point and when I just stopped and I was like, you know what, I do like this guy was when I bring it up all the time. His match with AJ at Extreme Rules, I was there and I was just like, you know what, I get it. I get what they see in him, but they just need to go about it a different way.
Yeah.
I get it. It's just the current packaging of him doesn't work. I get what they see in him, but do it a different way.
Bobby Lashley says, and I quote, "It kills me to be out in the ring with someone of his level and the crowd be divided as whether or not he deserves the position. I don't get it.
That's not what it's about.
He has the look. He's a great athlete. And he's great in the ring performer." When asked about younger superstars, Bobby replied that Reigns is phenomenal, but he also named guys as Elias. Shout out to Elias. I like Elias. Yeah, clap it up for Elias. Braun Strowman. Braun is the man. Finn Balor. Yeah.
Perfect timing for that burp.
He also seems to be a big fan of Apollo Crews, and
I am too.
feels he is underutilized and hopes that WWE finds something bigger for him down the road.
I agree with all that. All
I
those
agree.
guys he named, I agree with all of them.
I agree.
But the thing, it's like we don't disagree on what. At least me, I can't speak for all the fans because half those fans, like I said, they're just doing it to do it. I think. For me, I don't think it's a problem of him deserving to be there or not because I think he deserves to be there. It's just not there in the way that he's there right now. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Like he deserves to be in that spot because he has a lot of charisma. I see it when he's relaxed Roman, like, and they let him kind of chill and do his thing, and I like that side of him. I really do. I just don't.
Smart-ass Roman.
I just don't. I don't like a lot of his moveset. I mean, I've talked about it ad nauseum. I don't like a lot of that, but I still think he's a very good performer. I definitely still think he's a good performer, and I think he does bring a lot of talent to WWE. And he is a big draw. Whether you want him to win or you want him to lose, guess what? You want to see it, regardless. It's just the way that he's put there is not the way that's going to get him over. And that's the problem that I know the majority of us in this room and in our group as the Wrestle Cave, that's how we feel.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people feel a different way, but that's our reasoning for not liking. I won't even say not liking, but for not cheering for Roman Reigns. I'll say that.
I tell you someone that I would cheer for, my man Juice. I hear WWE is thinking about signing him back.
Stay put, Juice.
Stay put.
Stay
Don't
put.
ever
You
come
are
back
absolutely killing it over there right now.
You know,
Stay put.
I'll come down the middle. I'll accept if he makes appearances in Impact on the side.
That's fine.
I'll do that.
I'm okay with
'Cause
that. Basically just non-WWE.
Yeah, and like we didn't get into this yet, but we talked about it on the way here. Just there's really no need to sign anybody right now. They've got such a bloated roster, and I'll cite one example of EC3. Glad to see him back, but they brought him back right when they debuted Ricochet, and ever since, like, EC3's just been off to the side because they're focusing on Ricochet right now. So they bring him out every few weeks, you know. But so
You're going to face the dream soon.
And then the other thing we talked about is, like, eventually,
yeah, that might be a Brooklyn match.
they keep signing all these people. You need to cut people. Who the hell are you going to cut on that roster? In like 2 years from now, who are you going to cut? Because these next round of cuts are going to be the dead weight. Then there's not going to be dead weight left.
Who should go? Gable?
I can tell you they probably will. Him, Ty will probably be gone. Aiden.
You
will
cut Gable?
I'm not saying I would. They will because they don't
Yeah,
have anything
they
for
don't-
him.
yeah.
If they don't have anything or have any plans for anybody, regardless of their talent, he's gone.
I would like to see Gable in
I-
New Japan.
I-
Damian Sandow, he got released out of nowhere. Look at that talent. They had nothing for him. Gone.
Gold Dust
So-
and Truth, probably.
I
They're not
don't
clipping
think.
Goldust.
I think Goldust
True.
at least is hanging around.
Goldust is probably going to have a job in the back. Triple H, somebody going to look out for him.
Yeah.
It's Dusty's boy.
It's just like those guys, they're coming down to the wire with that. Like, because you remember every year you could pick out 10 guys that could probably be gone.
Yeah, every year
Sorry
they,
for sure.
they used,
Now,
You think,
every May
you
they
think
used to
Breeze?
release like 30 people.
that's what I was going to bring up. You're going to start to see guys that have potential, not even potential, that have talent, like Tyler Breeze,
Mojo?
like a Fandango.
Mojo just got a new attire.
Mojo, they're trying to do something. He got new attire and new music.
Yeah, he's
and
good.
3 new finishers in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He came out and beat somebody with a different move every week. So, I mean, that guy's fine right now. If he doesn't do anything with what they're giving him, then he's got something. But, I mean, if you think about it, we're going to run into that problem where they're going to release guys like that, like Fandango, Breeze, guys that have talent that they just have so many guys that they can't do anything with.
And actually, I would dare say Apollo Crews.
Oh, for sure. I'm actually surprised he's been on there that long.
Yeah.
This long. Because they have done nothing.
Titus protecting him, probably.
Oh, he is for sure. But
Yeah.
that isn't going anywhere either.
I mean, he's probably going to get into that role where he's just getting paid. He's doing live shows. He's putting people over, and he's doing like work in the community.
Zack
That's
Ryder.
probably what it's gonna be. Zack Ryder's probably gone.
You took the name out of my mouth.
As long as they keep paying Zack Ryder, he's totally fine with not being on TV.
Yeah.
Because he still gets to buy all his toys and stuff that he
And
loves.
go to Disney
And
World.
go to
with his
Disney
girlfriend.
World, yeah. Go to Funko Pop shows. He likes that stuff now. He doesn't even care about wrestling.
I mean, you get to a point where, remember Cody was doing an interview, and he basically was saying that some people really get lazier and complacent, and I wonder who he's talking about more so. And he did actually name Zack Ryder because he's one of the people that was supposed to leave and never left. So I don't know. He could possibly be
he
one.
said he's been trying to get. Like, he
I
doesn't
could
want to
see
get
him in
people heat
Impact.
with the company. That's why he won't say names.
Yeah, I could see Ryder in
Because he
Impact.
said, like, he has, like, 3 or 4 friends he wants to leave the company. And he's
Yeah.
tried, but, they don't want to turn away the money.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you pay me to eat and catering, I mean, it's kind of a hard job
That's
to give up.
JTG's job.
Yeah.
Curtis Axel could be out. Like
Really?
those
He's the tag team champion.
for now. But this is what I'm saying. 2 years from now, when they keep signing, because they sign like 5 at a time. If you look at it, like 5 indie guys over the course of like a 6-month period, they'll go after and get like 5 top guys or girls. So let's think every 6 months you got 5 people coming into NXT. All right, we got to send 5 out of NXT. Every year they usually do 2 call-ups, right? So that's about 10 superstars a year, at least.
Yeah.
You're gonna run out of room quickly, my friend.
Yeah.
Keep them on NXT a little longer. I am totally fine with that. That's why I've been loving the Gargano Ciampa thing. They've been down there for like 3-4 years, and they're killing it.
Yeah.
It's like that's fine to do, but they're the only ones that have been there that long, really.
Right.
Like prime time guys. You know what I mean? Not like D'Angelo Dawkins, who's been there forever. Like I'm talking prime time, top of the line guys like Gargano and Ciampa. Let them stay down there a little bit, because then you're going to run into what we're running into with Bobby Roode, where there's nothing for him to do on the main roster.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
I don't
Makes
know,
sense.
that's my feeling. It's okay to not sign everybody, but that's what they want to
Yeah,
do.
they're
They just
cherry-picking
want to kill the
everybody.
As you mentioned
competition.
him, Bobby Roode, I could see being one of them. That
I
they
feel like
they cut.
I feel like
Shit.
he should want to be released right
Yeah.
now. If I was him,
Would
'Cause
you?
he's a
like,
catchphrase.
He's like 50.
He's 40.
it's like 50.
So,
I mean, if I was him, here's my thing. If he wanted to go there just to be like, okay, I wanted to always be in WWE, so I'm in
2
WWE.
more.
He did that.
2 more, Gallows and Anderson. I think in a couple of years they'll
right.
probably be on.
I heard they're trying to re-sign Shinsuke.
New Japan.
Yeah.
Are you talking about? Yeah, New Japan's trying to go after Shinsuke. I think he'd probably stay.
If you were Shinsuke, would you stay?
Yeah, if I was him, yeah, I would.
Even losing 5 times, you think you
What
think
are you
it's
gonna
light at the end of the tunnel?
He's got a belt right now, and he's doing something.
Yeah.
Like I like what they're doing right now with him. It's all bigger picture. Like I don't remember who has said it, but I've heard it. It's like I think it was Bray Wyatt actually on a podcast when he first was up and he was really hot, and everybody wanted him to have the title then, like when he was feuding with Cena, remember? And he was like, yeah, but if I get the title right now, then what the hell am I doing for the next 6 years? You know what I mean? Like if I get it my first year in, what do I do from here? Kind of with Austin Aries, like he fought for the championship, didn't win it. He was there right away, like you know what I mean. Like he was right there in it. He lost. There's nothing else for him to do on 205 Live, so he's like, "You threw me right into the main thing. There's nothing for me to do now."
And then
so it's
didn't give him
kind of
the
like
title.
that, huh?
Then didn't give him the belt either. Right?
Exactly, but at least that whole thing with the world title thing had a bigger picture for him to turn heel and develop his character, which is more than they've done with a lot of other people on the main roster.
Makes sense. You think Joe's gonna be the one to take the title off AJ?
I already told you who I thought was last week. I told you Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Oh, right.
Remember
right,
last
right,
week I told you the guy
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
going to take it from AJ is not on the roster right now. I think it's going to be Rey.
Yeah.
Because he's in that game and they keep throwing people in there. So
makes
I don't see him on Raw with the big boys right now.
Yeah, it makes
Not
sense.
the way they've been treating little guys, and you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. The main big star little guys are on SmackDown. AJ, CN. I mean,
I love what they're doing with CN.
oh yeah, for
Put
sure.
him in the mix. He's a future champion.
Oh yeah, him and what was it? Him and Rusev this week?
Great match.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Great match. I want to give 2 shout outs. The first thing I wanted to shout out Ash. It's her birthday at 12 o'clock. Shout out to you, Ash. Appreciate you for everything you do for the kid. Happy birthday. And happy birthday to us at 12 o'clock.
Oh.
Wrestle Cave will be 1 year old.
We will be. I feel old. I remember first time we did this, man.
Yeah. It was in the
that
car.
Shit show called Battleground.
Yeah. It was horrible.
Punjab.
Where
No,
I couldn't even see the main event
before the
of
Punjabi
that
prison
damn
match.
Punjabi prison match.
Oh my god, that was awful.
It was definitely awful, but I mean, the
Not-
energy
not our-
and the cast was dope. All right,
Podcast was great.
It was
of course.
fun. Yeah,
The show was terrible.
yeah, man. And
Battleground.
it's ironic that we are actually on Spotify now. I have to throw that out there again. Please subscribe. I see some people in the comments subscribing. Appreciate you.
Yeah, if you do that,
Yeah.
like us, subscribe, comment, because it helps us. A
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
A lot.
man. Yeah,
Do it all over. Go.
Yeah.
Even if you don't listen to us on another platform, go like us and comment on
like
the
us
other
and
platform,
comment.
like on iTunes or something.
Brother,
and then
brother.
Keep listening on whatever platform you do listen to. Just help us out.
Now, before we get out of here, what's off the top of your head, like, what interests you the most about the world of wrestling? Doesn't matter what.
Right now?
Like the number one thing that interests you the most in
Right now?
professional wrestling right now. Doesn't matter what company.
I know what the most popular answer is going to be right now, but I'm going to say like the resurgence of Impact as me personally the most excited right now.
For me, I probably would have to go with it's a person. I've really been watching a lot of Walter matches.
I gotta check.
A lot of Walter matches. If you don't know who Walter is, I think he just won I'm pretty sure he just won the Progress Championship, actually. If you don't know who Walter is, Walter's hand will basically take your face off if he tried to hit you. He's the other person I was talking about when I was talking about Matt Riddle a little bit. Walter, just look up Walter chops, because Walter chops the shit out of anybody. And I'm not talking about Ric Flair chops where it's just to make a loud noise. This motherfucker will cave your chest in. This motherfucker makes people bleed in matches just from chops.
Damn.
This man, what match was it? There was a match he had recently where the dude's chest literally looked like hamburger meat. Like, I'm not even kidding you. It literally looked like hamburger meat. He is only, I think, how old is he? He's 30 years old. He's about 6'4", 6'5". He's 300 pounds. I mean, there's rumors. I heard a rumor. There's rumors that NXT is trying to get him as well. Which, sign me up. Sign me up. Because if you've never watched this, I highly, highly recommend everyone going to watch Walter. And I am very excited to go see him live when I go see Progress.
Yeah, I'm mad I'm missing that. The thing that is exciting me the most is to see how All In plays out. I'm interested to see how that weekend is, because you go to these weekends and it's normally, Mania weekend or, SummerSlam like that.
To interrupt, yes, Walter is the champion. He won 2 days ago. He beat Travis Banks, which was who I was trying to think of earlier.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, man, I gotta
talk about
I gotta-
what you're talking about.
No, I gotta check his matches out. I know Adam faced him. I haven't got a chance to see it.
I haven't watched that one yet. Him versus Banks.
Yeah.
The one where he just, because it happened. It happened last night actually, so I haven't gotten to watch it.
Too much wrestling. That's
I've
the
been
case
watching all
scenario.
sorts of shit. So,
If you have a job, this is.
what about you? What interests you? You were talking
All
about
in, all in. I just want to see how it plans out. I forgot. I wanted to get my CM Punk tickets for his meet and greet. Now it sold out so fast twice that he's just going to try to do as many as possible if you show up. So I'm gonna show up and see what happens. So I'm interested in see if I can get the chance to meet him, add him to the list of people that I've been blessed to meet with this year.
You met a lot.
Yeah.
You're
it's
more of
insane.
that person though. I'm not that type of person. I don't need to do that.
Absolutely.
But I get why you do it.
Yeah.
'Cause it is cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm just not that guy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's crazy because I haven't met Seth Rollins, and he's like one of my favorite.
Yeah, you met-
But I met like a bunch of other people that.
Dakota and
Yeah, Kenny. That was
on the street.
met Pete plenty of times. You
Shout
know,
out
it's
to
just it's just dope, man. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how the weekend is. I know that Marty is facing Okada there, so
Saw that.
yeah, so
That'll be cool.
I'm very excited,
especially
for
with
that.
the way Okada's been since he lost the title.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
yeah.
watch G1, but he's like
Yeah,
more
going-
relaxed now,
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
goofy.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to walk around with that pressure of
Yeah.
being a champion
I
anymore.
like
so.
it. I like it.
I like the story. I like
And
how they
from
do
what
shit.
I've watched so far of what I've watched up to, he's been struggling a little bit in the G1, so I like that story.
Yeah. So he coming back around full
Yeah,
circle.
he's got to find
Yeah.
himself again, that champion that he was. He's got to find what took him to be the champ. I like
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Something you don't see in WWE.
Yeah, absolutely. But man, this is Wrestle Cave. I think I don't know what episode we're on. We don't even say episodes, but this is officially our debut on
It's the birthday episode.
birthday episode, our debut on Spotify, a couple other platforms. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to
Instagram.
all the groups. Shout out to our Instagram.
Shout out to Instagram.
Yeah, shout out to Instagram. Our Instagram page actually been pretty good. A lot of traction up there, so I'm definitely excited about that. And shout out to you for speaking of pro wrestling tees. You actually got us followed by them. That's
Hey.
birthday present and
Now we just got to get on there.
Oh yeah, that's coming. That's coming for sure. But follow us on Twitter at Wrestle Under Cave Score. Follow us on Facebook at Wrestle Cave Podcast. Follow our group, like our page. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestle Cave. Listen to us on YouTube at the Wrestle Cave Podcast. Listen to us on Spotify at Wrestle Cave. I am Ace Porter, 30 Case. Pat with the motherfucking facts.
Got anything
We
to
are
add on the
rock.
way out, Pat?
No, sir.
There you have
There
it.
you have it.
The only thing I want to say is everybody remember why you are watching wrestling. To get away from the outside world.
Exactly.
Just remember that. Like,
Yeah.
don't bring the hate into the groups you're in. Don't bring the hate into when you're talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
Leave that shit out in the world because there's too much of it out in the world. Like,
Facts.
you can like what you like, and I can like what I like in wrestling. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's wrestling, so
Yeah.
we can share that.
It's opinionated.
When you say you don't like somebody, don't crap all over that person because someone else does like that person. It's just different. Like, I like what I like. I like a different style. Don't crap on me because I like that style just because you might like a different style.
Absolutely.
It's all love, man. This community of wrestling is all about love. I've met so many people. I've met the two people I'm sitting across from
Facts.
through wrestling. So, I mean, and look at us now. I mean, some of my
Look at this now.
some of my best friends I have now.
Brother,
so,
brother.
I mean, for real. I
Family,
mean,
brother.
just keep being positive and love everybody. And there's too much hate in this world. So just remember why you do this, because that's why I do it. You know,
Remember your why, bitches.
love everybody. Jackie Moon once said that. If you don't know who Jackie Moon is,
I
fuck you.
I don't know who Jackie Moon is.
He's a fictional character portrayed by Will Ferrell in one of my favorite movies called Semi Pro.
Oh man.
And he said he had one rule: everybody love everybody.
For life, brother.
We out on that note.